9 days. Let that sink in. 9 days. Today we are talking Moonphase complications, and I'm just going to put it out there right away. This is really not my wheelhouse. Anyone who watches my channel knows that if it lands anywhere close to the dress category, chances are it is not for me. And in fact, it is my bet that there is going to be more than a few people who watch this video who are far more knowledgeable on this subject than I am. And to those people, I welcome your suggestions in the comments. Last week, I was hit up in one of my videos and asked, do you have any suggestions on an affordable Moonphase with a date and an exhibition back? Now, normally I do not do recommendations. I feel there are just far too many variables for me to be telling someone where to spend their money. Not to mention what is affordable to one person is not affordable to the next. But on this one, I thought that I would give it a shot. So I responded back with, what is your budget on the Moonphase, and are you firm on having to have a date? A date function knocks a lot of great watches off the list. Roger came back sounding open to just about any suggestion, telling me that he just really wanted a Moonphase. Thank you, Roger. Here is a short list under $3K to take a look at. The Longines Master Collection Moonphase, a bit dressy but hard to beat. The Christopher Ward C1 Moonphase. The moon on this watch is insane. This one is very high up on my list, but it is a little pricey. Take a look and you will see why. Raymond Weil. There are several that are great, but buy pre-owned, there are great deals to be had. The Frederique Constant Classics Carrée Moonphase. Whew, that is a mouthful. I think this brand should be on everyone's radar. If you are into micro brands, check out Fairer, Zelos, and Neutra. Also check out Selten. They are coming out with an affordable Moonphase, and they make some incredible dials. I cannot speak for the quality because I have only been hands-on once at Wind Up, and those shows have far too much going on to really lock in. But at $799, this watch looks like a winner to me. Well, it didn't take long before Roger responded. Yes, the Christopher Ward C1 Moonphase has an exhibition case back. That is my next watch. Any chance you can review it? So I reached out to Christopher Ward and asked if they could send me a loaner, and here we are. Oh, and by the way, did I mention that was just 9 days ago? Well, today we are taking a look at the 37mm C1 Moonphase, and I want to be clear about one thing up front. This is not an endorsement for Roger to buy this watch, and in fact, I am hoping that everyone watching this will chime in and offer some insight that might help him make the right decision on whether this watch is for him or not. One look, and I think it's easy to see why this watch was one of my top suggestions. I mean, just look at this dial. This is called Aventurine and is made by infusing molten glass with a copper compound that, through a carefully controlled and slow cooling process, form metallic crystals. Those tiny crystals are what creates the sparkling effect that, in my opinion, makes it just about as perfect as a dial could get when thinking of the night sky. So you would think that it would be the star of this watch. See what I did there? Star, kind of star of the watch. Anyway, just take a look at this moon. Actually, the C1 has two moons, both made of a material called Globolight XP, which is a ceramic and loom mix that allows for the material to be moldable. Christopher Ward claims that as long as you keep this watch running, it is capable of tracking the moon cycle for 128 years. I am not even going to pretend that I know how this works, and in fact, I can't even imagine the amount of calculation that is required to pull it off, but I can tell you this. To do so, Christopher Ward had to develop a special module that sits on top of the Sellita SW220 called the JJ04. Just listen to Mike France describe the JJ04.
Ever since JJ04 was created, we have had a perpetual moon phase watch. It tracks the moon in real time so that you absolutely see the moon as it is going to be in the night sky. And not only does it track the moon perpetually, it will track it if kept fully wound for 128 years. I often say to people, if after 128 years you have a problem, don't worry, come back, I'll give you a full refund. No quibbles whatsoever. Nobody as yet has managed to do that, so that's great. So if you're looking for a watch that puts you in touch with the elemental aspects of life, the things that sometimes are the most important things in life, then I think this is a watch that can help you do that.
Christopher Ward's very popular light catcher case, available in both 40mm and the one that I have here today, 37mm. Box sapphire crystal, exhibition case back, available on either bracelet or strap. In my opinion, strap is the way to go. I am not 100% sure, don't quote me on this, but I believe this strap is the exact strap that comes on the Bel Canto. So Roger asked me to quote, please review the good, bad, and ugly. The good, I think I have just covered. I think if you are in the market for a Moonphase, this watch 100% deserves at minimum a look. Another thing that I will mention is that I think this watch lands in kind of a sweet spot of dressy, but not overly dressy. I wouldn't consider it a daily, but at the same time, you don't need to be super dressed up for it to feel right. I think the case helps a lot, making it feel a little bit more casual, but in full disclosure, I will say it is still just a little bit too dressy for my taste. The bad, it's not cheap. The C1 will cost you over $2,800, and at $2,800, there is some serious competition. With that said, I will just leave this image here for your viewing pleasure. And no, I am not comparing this watch to a Moser, but very few of us actually have Moser money. So seriously, just take a look. And finally, the ugly. The ugly is that this watch is only rated at 30 meters of water resistance, which is pretty standard for a dress watch. But for the life of me, I honestly don't know why. I get it. No one is going swimming in their dress watch, but at 30 meters, to be honest, I wouldn't even feel comfortable washing my hands. The bottom line for me is that I would absolutely love to own this watch, but I don't think it would get a ton of wrist time. To me, this is one that you wear to dinner and it's right back in the box the moment you get back home, at least in my opinion. So hear me out. What are some other Moonphases that Roger should take a look at? Is the C1 a winner? And if so, 37mm or 40mm? And by the way, if you are a fan of Christopher Ward, I have here in the studio with me right now something that I will be sharing very soon. Maybe a new release. If that is something that interests you, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. As always, I'm James. This is Blue Collar Luxe, and I will see you in the next one.